first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell.
And I'm Sheila Campbell.
And this is your morning drive with the driver's side. Good morning, beautiful. How are you?
Morning, Hanson. I'm good.
Good. It's going to be a great show. We got a packed show today. We got a guest. I'm trying to get it out. No notification going out. So as it goes out again, as always, we'll take our time getting into this morning's show. But we do have a guest today, which is Deb Campbell, which I am excited about. Sheila. I mean, I'm not going to even mess with you this morning. I'm going to straight get into the show because I am excited about Deb coming on today. We talked to her last night. She's going to be a good interview.
Yes, she is.
It's going to be a good interview. I look forward to talking to her this morning. So if she is watching, you can go ahead and tap in about 20 minutes, Deb. Okay. So if you are watching, in about 20 minutes, we'll see you backstage and we'll get to you. But let's not forget, tomorrow's show, Sheila, is Yo-Yo's interview. Hopefully that's still on for tomorrow. Things are going well so far. You talked to Michelle yesterday. We talked to Yo-Yo yesterday.
Yes.
Confirmed it. So how are you feeling about that one still?
I am. You know what? I'm excited, but I'm kind of nervous because she's such an icon in the industry. But I'm super excited about it as well. And she's going to be a call-in, just so everyone knows, as far as that too. So we'll have some of her pictures up there though as we're going along. But I'm excited.
I am excited about that too. And guess who else is excited? Texas. Yeah, Texas is excited. Sheila, did you hear about Texas?
I did. I read something on it that, and you showed me that Texas next week is going to get rid of all the mask mandates and start really moving out of any restrictions from COVID-19.
Looks like they're opening back up. Things are going to start trying to get back to normal in Texas. So shout out to Greg Abbott for announcing that, the governor of Texas.
Which means, and I hope that a lot more states are going to start implementing that too.
Right. Hopefully we'll start getting out of the situation that we've been in for over a year now.
Right. Some kind of normalcy.
Right.
Get back to the normalcy.
It would be nice. You know what I'm saying? It really would. But shout out to Texas. I'm glad that's happening. My daughter's actually moving back to Texas from Ohio. So I'm excited for her. I'm excited for Texas itself. I'm excited for us in general to get back to normal.
I agree. Like I said, it's been a long year for sure. And nothing's more irritating than you get out and you're all ready to go and you get, like 2 inches before that door and you're like, oh, man, I forgot my mask.
It tends to happen, doesn't it?
I know.
Leave that thing. How many times do you guys go to the truck and go, damn it, I got to get my mask, right? I can't wait for that to just go away.
I know.
So, but also what's happened recently is 10-4 magazine.
Yes.
New magazine is out. It's on shelves now. But I haven't read it yet. I'll read it today.
Yes.
But you already read it. Kim Grimm's article is out on shelves. What did you think of it?
It's great. She does a tribute. She does the history of Mats. Next year will be 50 years of Mats. And so she has done an article about 50 years of Mats, basically of how it started, that it formed as an idea in like 1970. And then the first Mats show was in like 1972 in Louisville, Kentucky. And then it goes on, her article goes on of all the cool things and people that have transpired through it that have made Mats what it is as today.
Has brought it to where it is today.
Right. And that, all the friendships that were formed and continue on from it. And of course, all of the major companies that are involved who display at Mats as well. It's a place to be seen.
I look forward to reading the article. You can check out the article here in the 10-4 magazine.
Great article.
But I never been to Mats. I went to GATS, in Dallas. I didn't make it up to Mats, which is actually the biggest show in North America. But on top of that, the things that have transpired, but it's hopefully getting back to normal. They booked something for 2022, right?
Right. Yeah. They canceled this year. They were originally hoping March, obviously, because that's the time. And then that got canceled because of the pandemic. Then they were hoping that they were going to do it in September. Well, they decided against that. They canceled it in September and now they're back on. So it's going to be March 2022 in Louisville. So
I'm excited because it did get canceled. We didn't get to go. It was a big old mess. It was just, it was, I want to say, something I shouldn't say, but it wasn't good. And now it's back. It's a great article that Kim's put out. They talk about 2022 and things that are coming. And then it goes inside with Texas lifting the bans for the mask mandates and going back to normal. So hopefully by then we'll be back to normal and it will be a great event.
Well, you know, we were looking forward to because you were supposed to go last year. I mean, we had y'all booked and everything else ready to go. But then the pandemic hit. And of course, you know, everything just went hell in a handbasket, basically. And everything just got canceled. So we're looking forward to it happening next year.
Right. And if you want to check out Kim Grimm's article in the 10-4 magazine, go ahead and grab it off the shelves in your truck stop or go and read it. I shared it to the driver's side. You can find it over on the driver's side. Shout out to Kim Grimm and John Jakes, which we do look forward to going to their wedding in July. In Walcott.
And I do want to say real quick about the 10-4 magazine, guys, in case for whatever reason, you know, sometimes those magazines roll off of those shelves, off of the rack. They're really, really super fast. You can read those articles and see it electronically. You can go online and read it. And that's normally how I do it. Because a lot of times, correct. So if you can't find one at a truck stop, go ahead and just go online and just type in 10-4 magazine. They've got all of them there. Because that's normally what I do.
You can catch it Little Sisters too. At the Sisters truck wash in Barstow, and where's the other one? God, where was the other one? We were just at it. Can't remember now.
I don't know.
I can't remember. It was Arizona. No, Arizona, was it? It was Arizona. Yes. Anyway, but shout out to Kim Grimm, John Jakes, and 10-4 magazine. All right, we got to move on, but let's not forget that Arizona is still in full swing, guys. Correct. All right, guys. So be careful out there. If you're going through Arizona, they are doing a blitz. So seriously, guys, it's not worth the ticket. You know, professionals, you should be just fine. It's just a waste of your time.
Right. And let me say on that, it's going to continue until March 5th, guys. And it's going to be on the I-10, I-8, and the I-19 across southern Arizona. Okay. So just so you know that's where it's going on. And it is going to continue on until Friday. So through Friday.
All right. And shout out to Dooner James Livingston. You can find him on YouTube, The Traveling Man, truck driving and truckers and other trucking stuff. So he's actually a good dude. I'm going to talk to him today. Maybe we'll get something together later on down the line. But before we get to your good mornings and stuff, do we want to talk about what happened?
I do. You know, it was a tragedy. I'm sure you guys have seen. I mean, it not only has it been in trucking media, but it's been all over regular media as well. The crash that happened down in Southern California, that a semi hit an SUV that had 25 people in the vehicle. 13 of those people have passed, and the other ones are being treated or they were released, and it is still under investigation right now. Yesterday, they weren't sure of kind of how that the accident happened, but they have determined that the SUV is the one who pulled out in front of the semi there, and the semi ended up hitting that SUV on that left-hand side. It's also still under investigation of whether or not all 25 of those people involved were actually migrant workers, farm workers that come over and do the harvesting during the winter, or that it was a smuggling, something of a human trafficking going on. So they're still investigating.
It's not a good situation at all, no matter how you look at it. And our thoughts and prayers are with everybody. Correct. And that driver, man, I couldn't imagine what that driver's going through with that truck. No. Sheila, just all of a sudden your day, you're going along about your day, and you've just taken out a ton of people. I couldn't imagine what this driver's going through. So seriously, things can change in a split second out there on them highways. Be careful. What did you think when you were reading about this, She?
I mean, just a tragic story, truly a tragic story on it. And my condolences and heart goes out for all the families and people that were involved in this, and the driver. The driver was injured as well and taken to the hospital. He does have moderate injuries. There was not an update as of right now as to his condition right now, but my heart goes out to him because according to some of the reports I was reading, it wasn't a pretty scene. There was bodies that were strewn all over the street, people dazed, confused, trying to struggle to get out. So it was a horrible accident, and our thoughts and prayers and condolences to everybody.
It's a tough job, guys. Yeah. It's not an easy job, seriously, guys. And as you take these highways today, take them as safe as possible. Be aware of your surroundings, and remember, anything can happen at any given moment. So before we head over to their comments and their good mornings, remember, Sheila, old truckers never die. They just downshift. All right? Get it. All right? And to also, we are bringing on Deb Campbell here in a minute, guys. She's definitely got some experience in the industry and some great information today.
Yeah. And you know, the cool thing about her and what she does now is that she's seen all of the shift and the transitions of all the technology and the newer equipment that's coming out.
All that stuff. Yes. Before we go back over to your comments, remember, guys, we will be at Wildwood, Florida at the Chrome Shop 75 Truck Show. Roadworks is putting on. Can't wait to be out there with the SPB Trucking, Gary Jones and Devery. We look forward to that, guys. And remember to always keep calm and trust God. Choose kindness and laugh more. Remember, Sheila, it's not a joke. For some, it's just a job, but for others, it's a lifestyle, Sheila. All right, we good with the opening and mentions?
Yeah,
what else you got?
I do want to say, guys, just so you know, too, we are trying to in the next probably about this weekend sometime, we are going to be back out on the road.
We're heading back out on the road. We got to go get some fuel, some gas in this pig, and head out.
Right, and it's and pulling away.
It's hard. This is not the easy part.
No.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Well, we're not saying goodbye. We're just we got to head out. We got to build the audience. We got to grow the show. This is just how this works. It's a traveling show.
Right.
All right. We got Wildwood in next month, so we got a lot to get together, but we got some moves to make.
Right. And time flies. I mean, we've already been here 2 months.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy how time flies. Every time we're at somewhere, I mean, it's just amazing. Like when we were in Texas, we were there a month. Oregon, 3 months. I mean, it's crazy how fast that time just moves. But yes, we're going to start moving around again and start getting going. So,
all right. Well, Sheila, I got a surprise video for you this morning and make everybody laugh. Yeah, I want some people to laugh. I saw this and I started dying.
Okay.
I started dying. Okay. All right. We're going to watch this video and then get to your good morning. We'll be right back.
So this little guy knocked over a beer and drank the whole thing. He's passed out and he's been this way all night. So I'm gonna wake him up here. 1, 2, 3. Hey! What happened, little buddy? You have too much to drink? Oh, hey, too much?
What do you think?
That poor chicken. He's like, dude, don't even bother me.
Talking about a baked chicken.
Right?
Yeah. Like, I thought that was hilarious. All right, we got Deb backstage. We're going to go ahead and get you your good mornings, and then we'll get to Deb Campbell. All right, guys, here we go.
Hi. Good morning.
Well, let's start here, Sheila. 34 people, 13 likes. We suck. We suck. Seriously, guys, hit that like and share button. You pull your heads. Get it. Ellie, good morning.
Good morning,
Paul,
Ellie.
good morning. Glenn Calais Jr., good morning. Your truck's going to be on the driver's side today.
And your hat has been sent out.
Right. Your hat's been sent out. And then also,
along with the shirts.
I was looking at your picture. Oh, he's actually up on the driver's side. He changed the profile picture to me and him. Charles, you got knocked off by Glenn. So, but in the end, I got Glenn's truck I'm going to do something with. A picture of it, a good picture. He was at the Sisters, and he took a picture and sent it to me. So, Glenn, I'll be using that today, most likely today or this week at some point. Justin Pomerantz, good morning to you. Anton Austin, good morning to you. I was thinking about this person right here this morning. Amy Pitts. Where have you been? How have you been? What's going on with you, lady? Hopefully things are good with you and Jeff and Jeremiah. And speaking of Jeremiah, hopefully Jackson's doing good too with Ellie up there. Hopefully Ellie, Jackson, and Mike and all them are doing good. All right, let's move on to Becky Underwood. Good morning. Chris Salisbury back out on the road from Ohio. He's back out putting that work. And Carla Williams, one of our drivers of the week last week. Greg Martin is here from Dispatch Me Home. He's got some coffee, and so do we, Greg. I probably have had too much already.
No, you haven't started a second pot yet.
No,
so
I'm on my
good.
first pot. I got about a quarter of a cup of my first pot still.
Yeah,
all right, Stephen Gamble, good morning, sir. How are you? From Port Hueneme, California, loading here in the port. Look, home, honey.
I know.
Home. Yeah. Ventura. Dad lives in Ventura. Sisters live in Ventura. It's right next to Point Hueneme.
Yeah, my sister's in Oxnard, and Dad and the rest of the family are in Ventura.
So
I know that area well.
Get it. Jason Fry, good morning. Kelly Furlong, good morning. How are you today? Keith Becker, good morning. Jason Fry, we got you. All right. Phil Amigo Tristan, good morning. Phil. Cherry Hawkins, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
David, I don't know how to say your first name, but good morning. Man, that's a tough one. Can you say that one?
Miss Agua?
Yeah. Good morning, friends and family. Greetings from Uganda. That's Uganda.
Oh, very cool.
Oh my God.
Well,
we got Uganda now. Man, we're reaching. Man, we're reaching people.
That's awesome. Though.
We got Uganda up in the building.
I know. Look at you.
Man, hey, maybe Deb could sell somebody a truck in Uganda.
We're worldwide.
Getting it. All right. What is it? That one's a tough one too. I'm passing that. I'm just going past that one. I don't want to butcher it. Let's go to Woodman Walker. Good morning. How are you? Amy Pitt says, good morning. Been crazy. Still trying to get dressed, figured out. Doctors figured out my what's going on with my arm. Hopefully your arm's okay. That's not good.
Yeah, I hope you get that figured out soon too, Amy.
All right, let's go to Becky Underwood says good morning. Brett says good morning. There he is. Mike Holden. He was off Facebook for a little while. Yeah, he was off. He's back though.
And that's our bad Santa.
Yeah, that's our bad Santa. He did our bad Santa. Yeah, I can't. Hopefully we get some more of that this year when Christmas comes around. Drunk bad Santa. I think he did it better than Billy Bob.
Yeah. It was great.
Right?
It was great.
All you drivers were getting flip-flops and fingerless gloves for Christmas for stocking stuffers. All right. Good morning to the Crasses. Hope things are good with you. There he is. Telly, there's that bed bugger. There's those people out there doing it and doing it well. Good morning, everyone. Have a blessed day. Off to work. Remember, everything comes from a big truck. Yes. Highly appreciated all truckers from the smallest to the biggest rig out there, through and through. What do you think about that?
I thought that was great.
If you bought it, they brought it.
That's right.
Right?
Everything
you got.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Remember that.
Well, I was going to say maybe not the water, but yeah. And then I was thinking, nope, because the pipe's for the water.
Right. You can't. The only thing they don't deliver mostly is babies. Right. Sheila. That's the only thing you got right there. All right. Let's go to Chris Salisbury, Shane Pretty. That's Pretty Riley. The Pretties. Yeah. They're nice people.
Yeah. They are great people. And we're going to see, they're going to be out there, back out there racing here pretty soon. I know that Lee was out there talking about that she was ready to get out there and excited that the weather was clearing up a little bit so she can get back out there racing.
All right, let's go to Becky Rogers, who is a Texas resident. So are the Pretties. All right, our governor opened up Texas and no mask starting the 15th. Awesome. Get it. Awesome. I'm happy about that. I'm serious. I'm seriously happy about that.
It's like one step. It's finally that one step of some sense of normalcy of things getting back to normal without being so chaotic. And it takes one state to start it and then the rest follow. So I'm just saying it's just one step. It's little baby steps. And I am happier than happier can be about it.
I'm just tired of walking in public and people looking at you funny for not wearing a mask, dude.
Right.
I'm good, bro. You know what? If my number comes, it comes. I'm just tired of just the back and forth. Do this, do that. Don't do this, do that. Well, wait, we might want to go back to doing this when we told you not to do that. Right. And matter of fact, why don't you wear 2 of these? What? Okay, wait, what? Yeah, not so much, but I'm happy about that, and I'm happy for Texas. I'm glad Texas is coming out the gate strong. All right, let's head over to Brittany Aiken. Says, good morning, guys, and I blew up my truck yesterday, but everything seems to be good today. Josie's birthday is tomorrow. She's going to be 8 years old. Happy birthday to Josie. All right, look,
that's our little pal.
We still got quite a few people. Darren, Robert, Pennington, you are in our thoughts and prayers. We're glad you're here this morning. I hope things are getting better for you. It's tough. Loss is a tough thing to deal with. Dottie, there's a new name right there. Good morning. John Freese, good morning. The Perones, good morning. How are you in Florida? Florida, Sheila. What do you think about Florida?
Sounding good. I'm ready. I'm ready for spring. I saw a commercial or something the other day and I go, what does that remind you of? And it was, he totally got something else. It was like fresh fruits and vegetables. And I was like, spring's coming. That's what it says to me. And he's like, chicken. I didn't get that at all.
Blah, blah.
I know. I was
head that way?
What?
Head that way? Start rolling this rig towards Florida?
Well, yes, we're going to start going into North Carolina for sure. We've made obligations that we have told Mike and Ellie that we would stop and see them. So we're going to stop there and then probably start heading down that way. So maybe a little time in South Carolina.
Well, I'll talk to Mom and Charles, get that all straightened out first, and then talk about where we're headed. I think we might be heading that direction early.
Yeah.
You know
well, it's not that far away. Wildwood is literally
time seems to be flying.
5 weeks away. So.
Right. All right. So Dean Stein, good morning. All right, guys. Good morning to Andrew. Good to see everybody. All right, Keith Becker, happy birthday to my girlfriend Kristen. Good morning. Happy birthday, Kristen. And thank you for taking care of Keith the way you do. He seems to be happier in life.
Oh,
nowadays.
Happy birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you just catch that?
I did.
Where are you at, bro?
I don't know. I was somewhere else. I was reading one of the
We are
other
doing
comments.
a show.
I know.
We do have a guest that we have to get to.
I know. Yeah. Well, all right, Jabberjaw, get on.
What do you mean, Jabberjaw? I'm trying to help you out here, bro.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you, bud.
You should appreciate me. I do a lot for you.
What?
Should we keep them waiting for this lady right here?
Nope.
All right.
Take a small break.
All right.
And yes.
Take a small break and bring her in.
Yep.
I see her back there. She's smiling. She's in her car. She's in that driver's seat. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break, come back, and get to Deb Campbell. All right, guys. So hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Dang it. Almost did that. We don't have trucking news today.
No, that was our trucking news. Was the accident?
Yeah, the accident. That was trucking news, guys. So if you're waiting for trucking news, you're not getting that segment today. You're getting Deb Campbell, which is better. She's got better information, better news, and better things than what's in your media.
Yes.
All right. So break time. Be right back.
To you, this is a driver's seat. But to us, it's a captain's chair. A call center for friends and family. A place where we laugh when some say hello. And where we've cried when others have said goodbye. We spend a lot of hours in it, wondering, thinking, and contemplating if all this was worth it. I've grown in this chair, matured in this chair, and I've seen things in this chair that most people will never see their whole lives. So yes, that's why they call it the driver's seat. Because this is my seat. This is my home away from home. And if you're driving truck, it always will be.
All right, so no longer ado. Let's go ahead and bring her in. Hopefully her audio is good. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we did it last night. Things worked out good. So we'll bring her in right now. Here she comes. Hi, Deb.
Good morning.
Okay, no audio. Deb, try your mic. So give us a second, guys. No, we have nothing. We have no audio, Deb. Oh, all right, go back out. I'm going to kick you out. Press the link again, okay? So we'll try this. Kick from studio. Goodbye, Deb. And now we're back. Hopefully she'll get that worked out because we didn't put nothing in case you didn't work out.
Right. No, but we do have weather as far as that. We do have Wellness Wednesday. And Wellness Wednesday today is kind of going to be a continuation of what we were talking about last week about how to find healthier things like in the convenience stores and stuff and snacks.
Well, hopefully we won't have that issue. Here we go. We're going to bring her in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. We can hear you now. Damn Verizon. What do you want? What do you want? An Obama phone?
Oh my!
What are you on?
No, it's an iPhone. It's an iPhone. Apple products.
Wow, there it is. Good morning, Deb. How are you? Want to introduce yourself?
I'm Deb Campbell Rafe. No relation that we know of. I don't know. Are you from Kentucky or anything?
No, but my daddy was. My daddy was a Rolling Stone. All right, Deb, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Deb Campbell Rafe, and kind of grew up in the trucking industry. Dad was a truck driver. Dad passed away, took over Dad's company, got rid of Dad's company, and now I sell trucks.
Nice. So Dad's company. So, well, good. Then we got some questions for you, don't we? All right. So we just jump into that because her dad owned a company at one point, and Deb, you took over that company. So, but before we talk about that, how was it, being raised by a parent that was a truck driver?
Well, I really don't have anything to compare it to because it was normal life for me. If anything, I think it built mine and my dad's bond closer because we cherished the time that we had together more. So unlike today, we didn't have the flexibility. I had to wait for dad to go find a payphone and save up enough quarters to drop into the slot to call home and hope that we're there to answer the phone when he calls. And you didn't talk for very long because it cost you quarters. So our communication was valuable when we had it.
Yeah, you didn't have FaceTime, did you? You didn't have this. You didn't have this capability. No. That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy. That's cool.
No email. Yeah. No email, no nothing. Outside of that, when dad's gone, it was just normal for dad not to be at my events, whether I was cheerleading or playing volleyball or choir, whatever I was involved in. Dad was never able to be there. No father-daughter dances.
Right.
The sacrifice.
They're yeah.
The sacrifice.
Yeah, but we just. Yeah, I think unlike today, back then we just considered it was what life had to happen, and it's what you had to do to survive, and we were okay with that. In today's society, that's not the case.
Right. Well, so speaking of that, so you obviously must have went out with dad out on the road once in a while. Did you?
Oh yes, every summer. The day that school let out, I jumped in the truck and we left, and we did not come back home until it was time for school to start. He had back then.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Back then, he worked for a moving and storage company called Allied Van Lines. So, as far as building people skills, it was the best experience for me ever, because I was a very shy, if you can believe that, shy kid. So when you've got 3 families' belongings on your truck, that was 3 additional people that you had to socialize with. And, I worked. I didn't just ride along. I worked. I humped boxes and I marked off boxes, and I went and got coffee and bought cigarettes, and you name it, I did it. I helped him work on trucks. I mean, it was normal for me, and I wouldn't have traded it for the world.
Did that help you with your work ethic today?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And especially communicating. I mean, to know my dad, when I came home from these trips early on, I had bruises on my shin because he taught me to talk for myself. So when it came down to wanting my spaghetti that I had every single day, the waitress would ask me, honey, what do you want for lunch or dinner? And I would whisper to my dad, I'm like, the spaghetti. And he'd kick me. And I'm like, Dad, stop, and he's like, don't tell me, tell her. If you want to eat, you're going to tell her. And so he made me speak up, and
right.
It's
come out of your shell.
Things that they instill in you, and I don't think that he ever considered it a learning experience. It was just how he was.
Did you ever consider following your father's footsteps?
Many times, especially when I watched BJ and the Bear, Smokey and the Bandit, Convoy. I wanted to drive the red and white cab over with the monkey. That was my goal. My dad would always sing the song to me, don't let your babies grow up to be truck drivers. Instead of cowboys. So
all right,
he wanted me to be a lawyer. So.
Well, and in the end, he passed, which I'm sorry to hear about, and you ended up taking over his company. What was that like?
Yes. I thought it was going to be a lot easier, because my words to him when we made that decision was, how hard can it be, Dad? I have a bachelor's degree in business management and marketing. Piece of cake. It was an eye-opening experience, because I had been in the insurance industry for 24 years. I'd stepped away from trucking. I had no part in his business. I raised children and horses, and going out, it was scary because you couldn't find anyone that would legitimately help you, that you could trust. And I was fortunate that the way he had his business set up, it was leased, so it gave me opportunity to find out. So I reached out to some, fish finding, trying to find the resources, trying to put the pieces together. And my husband, which I met during my dad's death. He's a diesel mechanic, so that helped considerably. Um, it was just scary. But then once I kind of got the base of it, it's like anything. You dive in and you learn it, and you find out where you can learn factual information from, and what organizations were legitimate. And so it all starts to fall to pieces. And the more you do it, the more hands-on. And I was hands-on. I did everything. I handled HR. I handled the legal aspects. I handled the licensing and drug test and consortiums and booking loads and maintaining trucks and maintenance records. I did it all.
Okay, so since you did it all, how you must have been really hands-on with the drivers. How was that?
Yes, it was good. And I have to give kudos to my drivers. The original ones had been with my dad for probably 10, 15 years, give or take. They were up in age by this point, in mid 60s, pushing 70s. They stuck out with me. I mean, they knew my dad. Our philosophy was always to do family first, and we treated our drivers like family. We made accommodations for them when they wanted to, they weren't rich guys and, girls. They wanted to go see their family in Washington State or Florida. I arranged to get them loads there and let them have their family time. It was important, and they appreciated that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and it obviously improves. I mean, they were with the company for what, 10 and 15 years, and all the way until you ended up closing down the company.
Yeah, my seasoned drivers that I started with, they started retiring about a year and a half to 2 years prior to the closing. And that's kind of when things kind of started to turn. So, yeah.
Right. I mean, good quality drivers that would stay loyal and be with you.
So unfortunately, you had to close your dad's company, and I believe that's how you started getting into selling trucks today, right?
Yeah, I was starting the planning process of closing everything down, and I had to take a core back to the parts department here at Freightliner. And one of the salesmen was up there. He was trying to sell me a truck. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm going to try to sell 9 of my own here soon. So, he was flustered because somebody didn't show up for an interview, and he didn't recognize me. And I'm like, you don't know who I am, do you? And he's like, no. And the parts guy's like, Virgil Campbell's daughter? And he's like, no way. I sold your dad like 18 trucks. I'm like, really? And I said, so what are y'all flustered about? He's like, some guy didn't show up for his interview. And I'm like, interview for what? He said, sales. I'm like, well, I'm looking for a job. I'm like, I can sell. I said, if I can sell a promise on a piece of paper, I can sell something tangible. And I said, I was a top salesperson in insurance, and I know trucks, and I know the industry. And he's like, you'd be perfect. And the manager set me up with an interview and hired me on the spot. So here I am.
So now you're selling trucks, and I believe, and people can actually find you. Hold on, I have your card here. You're selling trucks right here at this place right here, isn't it? Stoops Freightliner. All right. So it's in Dayton, Ohio. So here's my question to you, Dad. Now that we're here, because I really wanted to talk to you about this, because I saw you do a live in the morning, you do your little thing, which I love. You're really yourself, and what I do like about is you're open and honest. Okay, like what you're doing. The reason why I didn't go too much into the closing of the company is because I know certain things happen there with some drivers that you let in and let you into the company, and you really didn't know who they were in reality, and it really hurt your company. So I don't want to get, because that hurts. It hurts me to see what happened. I don't really want to touch on that because I just run through me. But now you're into selling trucks, so now you're dealing with drivers a lot more and more different ones, not the same ones every day, not the same person. You're not dealing with the same stuff within a company. Now you're dealing with new people every day. So here's my question to you: what is the general conception or misconception that drivers buying a truck have?
They don't understand the commitment of owning a truck, the time that it takes, the unknown expenses that it takes. They don't have a clue where to even start most of the time. They're so accustomed to being what we consider a steering wheel holder, excuse the terminology, but they've only ever known being told where to pick up, where to deliver, and when to take a break. So they don't understand things. And one of the things I do with these guys, especially the newbies that come in there, I sit down and I do a cost of doing business spreadsheet with them so that they can get a really clear picture. And it's amazing how much stuff is on that sheet that they don't consider, they never considered as having it as an expense or calculated it in. And so when you sit down and you educate them, which is important, and I don't know very many other salespeople that can do that. Most salespeople have never had a CDL. They've never driven a truck. They've never even been in the industry. So I guess I'm kind of unique.
So with that being said, you're not saying you'll just sell anybody a truck?
No, I've talked people out of trucks. I have had people literally sit down in front of me, have $40,000 to put down on the table. And although selling trucks is my job, I also have ethics and I have morals. And especially when I see that guy that has 3 children at home and he's the sole provider and he's going to take his life savings and dump it into something that he knows nothing about. And I will flat out tell them, you need to learn. Here's some resources. And I have a sheet of paper with resources that I give to them, things that they need to do to start a business. And
we lost your audio.
We lost your audio. Deb,
hello. Stop.
Deb.
Deb.
Deb. All right, guys.
Look at this. Hold on, guys. All right, as we pull her out, I'm gonna pull her out. I'm gonna pull her out. You got it. We have no audio. We can't hear you. We lost your audio. It gone.
Hear you.
All right. So I'm gonna throw you out. Come back in. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, she's gonna go out, you guys, and this is why we want to have her on. We were so excited because not only did she grow up,
we're just getting to the juicy part,
right? But then she ended up taking over her dad's company and then going into selling trucks. And the fact that what I love about it is that she's a salesman, and salesmen are. They don't normally care about anything. They are there because normally they make commissions off the sales, a percentage, that's generally how it works. Okay. And so, we're talking some big money on trucks as far as that. But the fact that she actually takes the time and finds out about her prospective clients or customers that are coming in to buy this truck and find out their background and what's going on and to educate them first, and that she's actually dissuaded them from buying a truck if she didn't think that they were ready for that, and tell them, you know what, not necessarily right now. Go and find some information first, learn a little bit first, because it is a commitment. And there are so many expenses that go involved when you own your own truck.
Again, it's not just a job. It's really not. It's not something you just go into and you're going to achieve something overnight. It takes a lot of work. It takes commitment. It takes education.
Right.
You need to educate yourself continuously.
Right.
Continued education past the point of you getting your CDL, past all the points you hit.
Right.
You got to keep pushing forward. You got to keep educating yourself. Kind of like I'm doing now. I don't know crap about the show circuit. Don't know a thing. That's why I attached to Gary Jones and we became friends. And John and stuff like that, because you have to get to know these people in order to know the business. And then, like Deb says, and now what Deb's finding is that a lot of this is stemming from education, lack of training in these schools. They're pushing their agenda on them and not teaching them anything else outside of that shell.
Right.
Which really is damaging. And they just go out and they buy equipment, and then they come across a salesperson that don't give a crap what you do or where you're going. Just here's your truck, sign on the dotted line. Thank you so much. We'll go ahead and cash that check now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then Deb, she's back. So hopefully we can get her back in here. Let's just jump to her as soon as she comes back in. All right. You're back. We lost you.
All right. Can you hear me now? All right. Sorry.
I can hear you now. All right. So you go above and beyond. You just don't sell anybody a truck. So here's what I want to ask you. Where do you think a lot of these problems are stemming from, Deb, that you're finding with these drivers that are coming in not educated?
Most likely truck driving school.
Right.
They're enticed into enrolling with these huge pipe dreams that, yes, they are achievable, but not coming straight out of truck driving school.
Right.
They have this, they leave there, they want to go out, they want to have their own truck, they want to be their own boss, and they don't understand what that means.
Right.
Or
and I
the
think a lot of them that they're going to be able to write their own ticket and their own schedule.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you a perfect example. I had a guy do that recently, and he's averaging 1,200 miles a week, and now he doesn't understand why he's not being able to make his payments.
Well, because you're running 1,200 miles a week, sir. Yeah, because you're running 1,200 miles a week. Oh my God, that's not even half the mileage you're supposed to average. That's not even half of what you're supposed to average as a solo driver.
Right.
They're like 30 between 3,000 and 3,500 is legally as a solo driver.
Right.
You know, minding your P's and Q's and doing the right thing.
Right.
Just saying.
But those payments don't stop.
Those payments don't stop. All right. So, right. It's, a lot of it comes from the training and the education and the pipe dream that's sold from not just the truck driving schools, but the recruiters that put them in the schools. It's a big mess. There's a big mess, I think, that's a big problem that put these drivers in these, put them into your office. Go ahead, Deb.
There's a lot of stuff in truck driving school that they don't cover. And it's amazing to me that guys coming out and girls coming out of truck driving school, they don't know about fuel treatments. They don't know about general maintenance or draining air tanks, simple things that should all be part of being a driver. They just don't teach it. Even basic mechanics. I mean, gosh, I think they should have a whole week on just basic mechanics, because it's amazing what a hair tie and a paper clip will do for you in a jam. It'll limp you somewhere you need to be. You know, it's happened. I've done it.
Right, she knows. Okay, she was road service at her company. I remember when she had her company, she'd have a part. She would drive overnight to get into that truck, and then take that shirt and roll up her sleeves and get under that truck with that driver. You know, so but nowadays you sell trucks, and I saw you doing a live the other day, and you were saying something about somebody coming in with a mirror issue. What was that about?
Yeah, actually, it's the same guy that bought the truck, brand new truck, buys a brand new truck, comes in, alignment issues nonstop. It's not the truck, it's him hitting curbs. His mirror was bouncing around. He complained about that. He made a statement about his refrigerator light, and I'm kind of a smartass, and he said that his refrigerator light keeps going off. I'm like, well, it usually does that when you shut the door. It took him a while to get my sense of humor on that one, but I had a heart-to-heart conversation with him and said, there's more to this truck than driving it. They don't drive themselves, and they require maintenance. That's not going to be covered under warranty. So if you start to see your mirror bouncing around over there, you better get into your side box, pull your toolbox out, wrench, ratchet, whatever it requires, tighten it up. That's part of maintaining your truck. And if you don't learn how to do it, it's going to cost you a lot of money down the road, because you're going to be paying some guy $150, $160 to do it.
Right. Preventative maintenance.
Preventative maintenance. But I mean, seriously, I mean, I don't turn wrenches. I know how to tighten a mirror down. Come on. Seriously. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Deb, so what are some of the funniest things that you've come across selling trucks?
The best one, and I love it, I love getting this reaction, is when someone calls into the dealership and I answer the phone, and they go, I need to talk to someone in sales. I'm her. And it's like dead silence. Like, okay. They're like, do you sell big trucks? Yeah. Big trucks, little trucks, medium trucks? Yep, I sell them. And they're like, oh, okay. And then within about 60 seconds of having a conversation with them, there's this instant ratification that they understand I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And then they become relaxed, and then they become confident. So it's kind of a tickle point too, because I have associates here that have been here quite some time, and they're coming to me and asking me advice or move a truck across the lot for them. So it's kind of
yeah. I mean, I think they're kind of taken aback from the female voice on there, obviously, as being a seller of big trucks. So they're like, right, and they don't want to be disrespectful or anything. So, Yeah, I'm
right.
sure
They're questioning her knowledge because she's a female.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
They're hearing that voice on the other end. They're like, oh yeah, right. Okay. Can I actually get the salesperson? Can I get Bubba over there that sells trucks right there, pal?
Yeah.
No, you get Deb Campbell.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
It's not, you know what though, Deb, let's talk about that. Let's talk about a little bit about that. Let's talk about some equipment and stuff like that. Nowadays, how easy is it to get a truck? If I wanted to buy a truck or a truck and trailer, how easy would that be today?
This market, to get a good truck or a trailer, is hard. Trailers, for example, all of their building slots have almost all the manufacturers, all their 2021 building slots have been filled. You can't get a brand new trailer for 2021. They have not, most of them have not opened up their 2022 building schedule yet. Tractors, brand new tractors, if you came to me to order a truck today and I could not find an open slot of a cancellation, you might get delivery of it in December or January.
Wow.
With that said, that trickles down to our used truck market because large fleets are holding on to their trucks longer because they can't get new equipment in to replace their existing trucks. Therefore, we don't have their trade-ins to resell as used trucks. So the availability is hard, and it's causing the used truck prices to escalate. People are in sticker shock when they call me, and what cost $10,000 less last year is $10,000 more this year, and it's hard for them to choke that down sometimes.
So do you think any of this had to do with the pandemic?
Oh, absolutely. Borders got shut down, factories got shut down. I can't think of one factory that wasn't shut down for at least 2 weeks. Supplemental parts from out of the country couldn't be shipped in. They downsized their staffing to cover the whole social distancing, so they're working at half capacity. So absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, they went
parts. We've had parts. Guys will break down, and we have to order parts for their truck, and we can't get them, and their truck's sitting there for 2-3 weeks waiting for a part to come in.
Right.
Wow.
So yeah, it's getting a little better, but yeah, it's tough.
So there's a delay on orders because of the backup, and it's hard to find actual equipment out there, and prices have skyrocketed somewhat in some areas.
Yeah.
So we can say, and you're seeing it firsthand. Right. So, all right. So, I want to make sure I get to this question because in case I lose you, what do you think of today's new equipment?
Mm-hmm. I think it's getting better. It's obviously not your old school stuff, like the Series 60. My trucks had Detroit 60 series, so they're easy to work on. The trucks nowadays are a little tougher to work on. The biggest issue is after treatment. People don't understand that. They don't understand the warning signs. They rely too much on their gauges instead of common sense. Derating, regeneration, and they don't understand maintaining their DPF filters and making sure that they don't run out of DPF fluids or running it too low. Even running it too low can cause problems. And it's very costly, and people try to do the cheap way out and bake their filters, and you can't do that. You need to actually replace those filters. Baking crap. There's a lot of safety features on them, and I think some people are having a tough time adapting to them. We have people order them with or without the safety features, like lane mitigation and obstacle avoidance. Some people hate it, some people love it. The biggest thing is learning your truck. I tell everyone, read your damn manual, because you need to learn how your truck works and what's going to keep it out of the shop. And these guys, autonomous, that's a big hot topic. I don't see new equipment going to fully autonomous anytime in our lifetime. There may be units out there. And I'll give you an analogy. Back in high school, I took automotives, and we toured the GM plant. And yes, they had factory workers there, but they had these little robots that made their way around. They're autonomous back then. And yes, they replaced some jobs, but it also created additional jobs. So going fully autonomous, it's not going to happen in our lifetime. They'll be out there, they'll be testing, but don't get too worked up over it.
That's another show. That's another show. I got Mayday. There's Mayday coming up, and I want to say it's in May, April. It's in May. Mayday's coming, so I'm going to be talking to some people about that. But I want to go ahead.
I have a question too. So you obviously would know this. I was reading an article not too long ago that like 10 years ago that it was only about 10% of automatics that were being produced, as to where now it's at 80% of automatics that are being produced.
Right?
Are you seeing that that's the case, and are you seeing that more drivers are actually preferring automatic?
Yes. The most common truck requested is DT12. I'm Freightliner, so I'm speaking Freightliner. DT12, DD15, 400, 455 horsepower, double bunk, APU. That's all they care about. 2.48 on the rear. So yeah. So DT12s is what everybody wants, and very few people are asking for the manuals, and it's the automatics, because so many people are coming out of school with the restriction that they can only drive automatics. So the hiring pool is greater for people who have automatic trucks, because if you've got a CDL, they know you're going to be able to drive an automatic.
Get that. Hiring pool.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's all it's shifting, Sheila.
Mm-hmm.
It's the big shift in the industry, I think. I want to see, you got autonomy, all that, but the big shift of the driver pool, the ability of the driver, the capability of the driver, and also the trucks and the equipment.
Right.
You were talking a little bit ago, and I don't want to blow past this. You were saying about them buying with the safety equipment on it, with it, without it, the automatic. But it's also important about the driver you put in it, okay? They also are supposed to be the ones that maintain it. You said, I was talking to you a little yesterday, company drivers, they care less, some of them, about the equipment. And they just let it go. They don't regen it right. They just keep driving it. Do you see a lot of issues like that going on in the industry, that drivers that just don't care about the company's equipment, and they're just destroying equipment?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm sure that we've all seen those posts throughout Facebook and other social media where you've always got the drivers, just send it. Somebody will have a legitimate question, they're asking for help, and then you've got the smart asses out there that'll be like, oh, just drive it, screw it. You can't have that mentality, because in reality, you're affecting your own paycheck. Why would you do that? Why would you risk that? And I'll tell you, we've gotten trucks in this shop here. We've had to call the company back and say, we're not climbing in your truck. That thing's nasty. They're just not well maintained.
Oh
wow!
Yeah,
wow. All right, Dad. So you're seeing the shift of the equipment, the shift of the education of the driver. Drivers are coming in the industry with restrictions, not endorsements. It just seems to be getting worse.
Right. So with that all said, what do you think that would help?
Yeah.
How do you think what would help as far as the industry with all these drivers, these type of drivers? What do we think would help?
With the majority of employment out there today, every industry has continuing education except for the trucking world. We have no form of continuing education. So, if you get that old school truck driver that he's stuck in his ways that he learned 30, 40 years ago, it's going to be hard to change him. And the only way to change those thought patterns is continuing education. And we see a lot of people who, and I'm going to touch base on this, that aren't fluent in our language. I can't tell you how many times I've sat across from someone and I've had to do a translation app with them. And I have to wonder sometimes, I'm like, how do they understand street signs, and how do they understand maps and their rate information and stuff? So I think through definitely some form of, 10, 20 hours of continuing education every year that you can do from your cell phone would be a great addition to the trucking industry. I know a lot of people won't like that, but it's the truth, and I'm pretty straightforward. So if it's learning something new about FMCSA laws or rules and regulations, you know, especially like when e-logs came out, there were so many different approaches and views on e-logs, so many different views on what is considered a safe haven. You know, so if you have continuing education courses, those are things that can touch base on that, and being put together by FMCSA. So you know that the information is factual, just like, you know, we had the bridge here in Cincinnati where the hazmat driver went across and it caused a fire and shut the bridge down.
We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. And now it's back under construction again.
Now it's under construction again, where it's going to be blocking traffic because they're blocking 2 lanes on each of this north and southbound. We saw that yesterday.
All right, let's Deb. We're gonna start wrapping this up. I want to. People can find you here, right, Deb? I'm gonna put your card up if you want to get a hold of Deb. You can find her right here at Stoops Freightliner. The phone number is 937-414-1565. Her name's Deb Raif, right? Yep. Is it Raif? I like the Campbell part.
Raif. Yeah. Raif.
There's no Campbell on this card.
Yeah, me too.
And real quick,
but you can.
Go ahead, Deb.
You can call or text that number.
Okay. All right. Good. Perfect. So, Deb, real quick, I know it was your husband's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to your husband. And what does your husband do? You said diesel mechanic. Is he still working in the industry?
He is in the industry, but he's a foreman now at a major carrier. But you know, he worked here at Freightliner for 12 years. It's how I met him. He went out and he did his own mobile repair business when we had our own company. So we worked on our own trucks, and then he did his thing when we both decided to get out of the self-employment industry because it was giving us brain damage. That's when he took a corporate job as well. Well, I consider it a corporate job.
All right.
People may not consider it corporate, but he's a manager, so he oversees the technicians.
I wanted to make sure that we also said happy birthday to him, and I wanted to make sure that. And I'm proud of you as a friend, Deb. I've seen you grow in this in your situation, and you've come out on top every time. You're actually an inspiration. And I'm going to go to the comments real quick. This to David. He says, "This lady salesman is awesome and very, very knowledgeable. Thank you so very much for having her." Deb, if you could give one piece of positive information to the industry, what would it be?
Wow. Times change. We have to roll with the flow. We all understand this. Whoever's been out here for a long period of time, we have the roller coasters. They plateau out, they rise up, they decline. Stay forward, stay educated, stay on top of things, do preventive maintenance. Those are, you know, just keep learning. Be a sponge. Learn as much about this industry as you can, because it's only going to help you.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say thank you for helping us with a great interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sheila.
Yes, I agree. Deb, thank you so much.
Anytime.
You've been truly awesome today, and you're welcome on here anytime that you want to come on.
So awesome, Deb. You're awesome. Greg Martin says Deb has set the bar. Great interview. Bye, Deb. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Great. Thank you.
Right,
bye, guys.
All right, so that was Deb, honey. What a great interview. And again, guys, you can find her here at Stoops Freightliner. You can get a hold of her. You can call or text 937-414-1565. What a great interview, Deb. Yeah. You have set the bar. What did you think of that, Chi?
She's awesome. I mean, we've talked to her a couple times before the interview today, just letting her know how it goes. We always try to do that with their interviews. And so I thought it was great. It was absolutely great. And she was great talking to her before this too. So
all right, well, let's take a break and then get to your weather. Yeah, we got weather still, and then Wellness Wednesday.
Yes.
All right, guys, drop your weather over in the comments. We are at the top of the hour, so it's time for us to kick into high gear and get this over with. All right, guys. So we got weather and we got Wellness Wednesday still ahead. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.
Second home, I'm all lit up like a Christmas tree. Enough power and gear to pass anything. My stack shined up and pouring towards the sky. Blowing black smoke, baby, you know why. I'm a truck driver, king of the road, handling the lever in a heavy load. A truck driver, king of the to the road. Then to Minnesota, LA, and San Antonio. Driven more miles than most people flown. I bipedaled over to New Orleans to pick up a...
Yeah.
You get it, girl? And now to your weather.
Yeah. Okay.
With Sheila Campbell.
I'm going to let you guys in on the backstage news that
What
just happened.
What happened?
He decides that he all of a sudden he says, and I said, "You're just now like with you? Did you?
Are you seriously only going to tell her about the hair? You're only going to tell me about the hair. You're not going to tell me what I did before that."
He bent over and gave me a passionate kiss, and in the interim, then he pats my head down and kind of straightens out my hair. And I said, "Oh, did you?"
I was proud.
I said, "Did you move my hair out of place?" He goes, "Oh no,
it's been like that.
Like that's been bugging me through the entire show."
I said, "Not your weather."
I said, "You left it like that, man. You've like picked my nose on camera before. Are you kidding me?"
Get to your weather, Sheila. Get to the weather, guys. Come on.
All right. So in the weather today, we've got the southeast, which is going to be eastern Georgia, most of South Carolina, southeastern North Carolina, and southern Florida. Should see the rain and thunderstorms ending today. Hooray! Light snow is still possible in the interior northeast through Thursday, with snow accumulating to a few inches in the higher elevations. This is going to include northeastern West Virginia, south central Pennsylvania, New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, and eastern Michigan. Elsewhere, the northern plains should continue to see mild temperatures with highs in the 60s over the next few days, while the southeast can expect cooler temperatures. Wind warnings in Southern California from Newport Beach south to Chula Vista and from Borango Springs to Campo. High wind warnings in Oregon from La Pine south to Lakeview. We've got high wind warnings and fire risk warnings in Arizona from Kingman east to the Grand Canyon and southward to Tucson and Sierra Vista. And here for Elizabethton, Tennessee, we are now finally into about the 40s. And the sun is shining. So
yeah, it's gonna look nice today.
Yeah, we're supposed to only be up in the high 50s though today and over the next few days.
Cold this morning though.
It's been cold at night. Yes, it has been dropping down into like the low 30s or the freezing mark for sure at night. So it's still chilly in nights and in the morning. But
yeah, it is. All right, let's head over to the comments. All right, remember, guys, Greg Martin, thank you to Deb. Like he said, she has set the bar. It was a great interview. Ellie says, thank you for having her. You're welcome. And you know what? Before we get to your guys' weather in the comments, I did kiss her passionately backstage.
That's what I said.
Here's what I want to say, guys. You know what? If you're married and you have a woman, just grab her and give her a kiss and just tell you love her. And women, if he's around, just smack him on the ass and say, hey, good looking. Makes us feel good. All right. Yeah, just say it. Just say it. Don't say it. All right. Becky Underwood says, great information and interview. All right. Now we're getting into weather. Ellie says 45 sunny in Amarillo, Texas. Yeah. Carla Williams says 30 and sunny here in Sparta, Wisconsin. Are you back home, Carla? It looks like you are. All right. Keith Becker is in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he says it is 51 and clear skies. Nice. Houston, Texas is sunny and cool. Shout out to Texas, going back to normalcy. Yeah. Thank God. Shane Pretty says sunny and warm in Ty, Texas. I don't know if that's Tyler or Ty. All right. Glenn Calais Jr. says 46 cloudy and wet in
Georgia.
Meter, Georgia. All right. Phil Tristan, this one's yours, Sheila.
Phil says 44 degrees and sunny in Peru, Illinois. Thank you, Sheila. And now back to you, Buena Amigo.
Thank you, ma'am. And I'll be back to you in a second. Don't you worry about it. All right. Sunny says, hello, everyone. Good to see you. Pretty Shane's wife says 50, partly cloudy in Phoenix. Lee Adams, good to see you, brother. It's been a little while. I know you've gone through some stuff recently. I think you suffered some loss recently. And I'm not sure, but I know you've been going through something.
Right.
I know it. I saw his post. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's good to see you back, brother. Good to really good to see you.
Yes,
all right. He says sunny here today, 59 and high in Trap Hill, North Carolina.
Nice.
Amy Pitts, 25 and clear in where, Sheila? Golconda, Nevada. I-80 exit 194. Okay. I do that to her all the time.
That's still cold. That's still cold. Yes. No. What? Which part? Golconda?
No, when I say take it, I don't let you take it.
No.
I still
he doesn't. No. Do you guys remember that?
No, Robert Pennington says 52 in Tucson. Sheila, they don't remember. Still listening in Beaverton, Oregon, 40 and foggy. I'm trying to get punched now.
Yeah, you kind of are.
That's our weather.
Yeah.
What?
Is that our weather?
That's our weather. That's everybody.
All right.
All right. Wellness Wednesday.
Okay, yeah.
Well, all right. Hold on. We got to take a break before. No. Roll into it. Wellness Wednesday.
We're just gonna roll into it.
All right, you guys, tell me what's keeping you healthy out there. All right, why she tells you what you should be doing.
Right. So, guys, as you remember, last week we were talking about as far as for those. These two segments have been specifically for those of you who do not like to either cook or can't cook in your trucks. Okay, of how to still eat healthier while you're on the road, like grabbing stuff. There are healthier snacks that are in like the convenience or stores that you can take with you to keep you hungry and energized while you're driving. So continuing on this for this week, we're going to be talking about the fast food change, and that yes, there are ways that, so if this is you, that you can do like just a few simple things. Okay, it's not anything totally drastic or out of the way. So if you are the person that is a fast food junkie, and that's pretty much predominantly how you eat the majority of the time, there are ways that you can actually eat a little bit healthier. Okay. Right, just a few adjustments. So, most of the major fast food places are just loaded, okay, with excessive fat, salts, and sugars, okay? So, but they do offer other things and ways that you can actually order things that are healthier for you. Okay, so for example, at places like McDonald's, Jack in the Boxes, Wendy's, Carl's Jr., or Hardee's, Arby's, Chick-fil-A, opt for a grilled chicken sandwich, okay? Instead, make sure it's grilled. Don't do the fried on there. And just go like either light dressing or no dressing at all on it. Okay.
You can actually eat healthy at these places.
Right.
Some degree.
Healthier.
Okay.
Healthier. Yes. Okay. It's not going to be
thanks, Sheila.
so
That's
loaded
cool.
on there.
Well,
okay.
you know what though? You're right though.
Right.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's important. You really got to be. Look, guys, you have a medical card. Seriously, we do Wellness Wednesday for a reason. Right. She puts in this work because you guys have a health card, okay? Right. You have to keep it, okay? And we want you to keep it. Remember, the professionals in this industry are far and few in between. Look at the interview we had today. The education. Educate yourselves on your food, guys. You don't have much available to you, but we do, and we are concerned about it. Make these choices that she's talking about. What else were you saying? I'm sorry.
Right. And that there are things that you can do. And we're not trying to have you do anything drastic. Okay. That these are things that you can do that you don't have to go out of your way really to do it. Okay. They're just minor. So like if you're at places like a Taco Bell or places like that. Okay, right. But okay, so you can order like the bean burritos or the Supremes. Just go light, okay? Just go light on the cheese and the sour cream. Okay. And it's a lot healthier as far as that. They have steak ones or chicken ones, that burritos that you can order and do as well. Like I said, just go a little bit lighter on the sauces, the sour creams, and the cheese. Right.
Light on this special sauce, all right, guys?
If you happen to be at a place like In-N-Out, instead of the grilled onions on there.
They don't get In-N-Out. They get Wendy's. They get Subway.
Okay. There are places that you can.
That's about it.
Let me finish, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you're at a place like In-N-Out, okay, opt without the sauce or the grilled onions and get the fresh onions instead. Ew. Okay. What? Stop it. Okay. You're so bad. Okay. Most of the places are opting without the spreads, the cheeses, that. And the other thing is too.
But that's all the good stuff.
Instead of, right. I know. But instead of opting for the French fries or onion rings as your side, get a side salad or some fruit instead. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just small things, and you're going to see a major difference on there.
You really? You think?
Yes, absolutely.
Major?
Yeah.
Like I could go back to Speedos, not baggy shorts.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what to say with that. I don't even know.
Well, Jeff says Wayne's is just a crazy son of a bitch, and Glenn Clay says that's all the good stuff, Sheila.
I know. Okay. Well, now, okay. You don't have to. Even the burgers that, okay, if you do that, opt for no bun. They have what's called the protein style.
But that's bigger than the burger nowadays. The buns, most of this has what fills you up these days.
Are you with me or not?
I'm with you. I'm sorry. You're right. Protein. It's a protein. It's called protein style. Right. I agree. You're right. I actually like it from In-N-Out.
Right. And a lot of places now, because of all the diets, and especially the keto diet goes around, which is the low carbs or no carbs in there, is that they will actually make it like a lettuce wrap for you. Okay. And that's called protein style. And most places know what it is, and they're more than willing and accommodating to help you as far as that. And there are just few certain things that you can do. And as always, guys, just remember, keep snacks in your truck, okay, so that you're not starving by the time that you get to these places.
But healthier snacks, guys.
Right.
Come on.
Keep them on hand. Stuff
lighten
that's
up on the
easy for you
sodas.
to do,
What about
and lighten up on the
sodas?
yes, lighten up on the soda. Drink a little
More
more
water.
water. Okay, even if you place one water for one soda in a day, and eventually gradually down, it's going to improve.
Okay, and I'm bad at that. I have to have something to drink at all times. I always got something to drink, and I'm usually a soda or something, and that's why I think a lot of my ADD is it kicks in because of the sugars, on top of the ADD.
I'm sure there's a few.
I'll make a deal with you. If you get Mama Bundy to drink a glass of water with me, I'll drink a glass of water a day with Mama Bundy.
What?
Not so much.
Okay. Anyways, you guys, that was it for Wellness Wednesday. Next week, we're going to be starting on a Wellness Wednesday with a different topic. We might go into stuff. We might do stuff for the mind next week. We haven't decided yet.
I want to do something on what you could use, what gadgets these guys are using. The all-in-one. I know Chucky cooks in his truck. Yep. I don't know if Ellie and Mike do. I don't know. I'd like to know what these guys are doing in their trucks to make their life a little better and healthier.
Okay, so we can continue on with the food and go on to for those
who the tools
right.
to cook your food.
Right, for those who do actually cook and like to cook in the truck.
And maybe look into that gourmet burger that's supposed to be healthy.
That's fast food again.
But we just did fast food. We just did these guys.
Yeah, but we're ending the fast food.
Oh, never mind.
We're now moving on.
I like fast food though, Sheila.
A lot of us do, and there are ways that you don't have to
do you like it fast?
You just have
fast food.
He kind of just tripped on himself there.
Yes, I did.
Do any of us really like it fast?
No. Well, it depends.
Just saying.
Depends on. Never mind. Oh God, let me stop right there. I love you, but thank you for that great segment of Wellness Wednesday. If I want to be well, I'll stop what I'm doing and continue to love on my life the right way instead of the rude way. All right, let's head over to their comments. Let's wrap this up. Final thoughts, Jeff Wade. Like Jeff Wade said, Wayne, you are a crazy son of a bee, just like me. I appreciate you. All right, Glenn Calais Jr. says, it took me 42 years to get this round. I'm from Louisiana, where we fry and over-season everything.
I love the food in Louisiana. I get it.
Don't go there. Give me.
I get it.
I like
and if you're happy, then that's fine. What? We just are trying to look out because
body by trucker, Sheila. Exactly. Body by trucker.
Well,
actually get it. All right.
We've seen the statistics on bodies by truckers.
Well, Phil Tristan says, nice job, Sheila. What are you saying, bro?
We've seen the statistics that drivers are some of the most unhealthy people out there.
He got you.
What?
The driver got you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
What are you saying?
Right. And then what? I changed it.
Nice job, Sheila.
Let me tell you.
Oh, God.
That was hell. To me in Vegas.
Oh, it was 240.
I
was 240 living large.
I changed all that.
245.9.
Small little things, small increments with them, but I changed all that. Yeah.
She did. It was clean eating, but I've gone off since then. Cleaner. All right. Nice job, Sheila, from Phil Tristan. All right. I try not to eat the junk food, but a lot of times it's hard to find home cooking. Oh, right. Dave McGill says it. I agree with him. Right. It's hard. It's not available. The convenience to good food and healthier choices is not available to drivers.
Right. And how they prepare that.
And even when it is, though, Sheila, like McDonald's, it's proven. McDonald's back in the day has proven that there's an addictive additive in their fries.
There's science to it. They have actually had scientists that go in the lab to put the exact amount of sugar and salt to fry their fries in so that it keeps you addicted and keeps you craving and wanting that food to go back.
All right, Myrna cooks on her truck, so we want to know what you're using on your trucks, guys. All right, great job, Sheila. Love the information.
Thanks, guys.
John Free says, I hate fast food. It's garbage. That's the worst food for you.
I agree, John.
Eat. All right, John. All right, John. John probably makes good choices, and like David was saying, David said it earlier. It's hard. Yeah, David. The choices are not there. No. They're not. But again, you have to be vigilant in this. You got to be proactive. Right. Maybe meal prep before you go out on the road. Whatever you're doing, let us know. But that's the things that should be done. I didn't do it. I'm not. Here's what I didn't like about cooking on my truck. All my clothes and all my truck, it stunk like food all the time.
Right.
So that's not a good thing.
Right.
For me, I didn't like it.
And I want to point out though, too, guys, it's important not to do everything so drastic because you will never stay to it. Remember that eating healthier is a lifestyle. Okay. Just like your jobs are. It's not just a job. It's a lifestyle for most of you. And eating is too. So if you have a craving for a great big, huge double cheeseburger with grilled onions on it or something, you know what? They always say, don't ignore that. It's because what happens is you'll start overeating and eating other stuff to compensate for that craving. Or if you want some ice cream, eat it. Just go and eat it. Get it done and over with and eat it. And do it in moderation. Don't be so drastic. Don't be like, oh my God, today's the day. I'm not having any carbs. I'm not doing anything. Blah.
All right. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, get it, girl.
Yeah.
I'm having issues with Gemma over here. Sorry. All right. Ellie said, Myrna says, don't go there, Wayne. I'm not. I don't want to get hurt. Trust me, I won't. All right. Awesome job today. Thank you. Love the Purple
Ellie.
Heart. Glenn Calais says, boiled crawfish and crabs next week when I get home.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh man. And fish fries and boiled, all that stuff. Good stuff, Glenn. Appreciate that. Amy Pitt says, goodbye. That was a good show. I'm off to school. That was from Jeremiah.
Okay.
We are taking him into school today, so he got to see the whole show today.
Awesome,
Right on, Jeremiah. Good to have you here. Phil Tristan says, great show again today, Wayne, Amigo, and Sheila.
Thanks,
good.
Phil.
Ronnie Marie down here from YouTube with that beautiful, beautiful profile picture. Man, you took a long time to get ready for this one. Man, look at that. It's like glamour shots right there.
It is.
It's the amount that you eat. I was 230, size 22. My grandma said that you should always enjoy your food. Take small bites, eat slowly, enjoy. She said eating one M&Ms would take her 5 minutes to eat an M&M. I remember that though. It was what my grandma used to say to me. She used to say the same thing to me. My grandma Rose.
Yeah, well, you didn't learn that.
No.
Because you're a vacuum.
No. Right. We inhale it.
Yeah.
We don't take the time, but I heard my grandma used to say, at least what grandma used to say is, I don't know if it's an old wives' tale, if you took your time eating, chewed your food thoroughly, the amount of times you're supposed to chew it and then swallow and eat slowly, that you get fuller faster.
My mom's mom, and I'm gonna say that, but my mom's mom about chewing, she literally, you guys, I'm not joking, she counted, it was 50 50 chews for every bite, so that she took her time and she did her thing.
All right, Keith Becker says, Wayne, you just gave yourself a terrific subject for a Saturday panel. Why not have a discussion on that, on what drivers do for cooking in their truck and meal prep at home before leaving for the road, what they use to cook with in the truck, etc. It might be a good Saturday panel show, but I think it's great for every Wellness Wednesday. Maybe we should do your trucking tips from truckers in their trucks.
Yeah.
I think that would be even better for people to look forward to, and people get to send their stuff in. We can do it every week instead of just one show.
I agree.
Because it's important that you continue through this. Like Deb said in that great interview today, continuing your education. Right? Are we good?
I agree. Yeah,
my
eyeballs are rolling.
Deb Campbell, there she is. Eat small amounts throughout the day and concentrate on proteins, fruits and veggies, nuts, dried fruit, and finger snacks.
Right.
All right. Ronnie Marie says, my grandma Lita was an amazing woman. So was my grandmother Rose. Thank you so much for bringing up grandmas today. That means they're all here with us. That's how I see it. When you think of somebody that's gone and has passed, that's them checking in on you. All right. John Free says, meats and veggies. I don't eat the carbs. String cheese as a snack with veggies. But my biggest problem was steroids because of allergic reactions. Right. Yeah. Allergies, Sheila, really, really affect people. All right. All right. Deb says, thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Blah,
Deb,
blah, blah, blah.
Thank you so much too.
You rocked it, Deb.
Yeah.
You don't thank us. You did it. We need to thank you. You did an amazing job. My dog needs to poop. All right. Ellie says, off to sleep. Mike's up now. We both love the show. We love you guys.
Bye,
all
Ellie,
right. Ellie says, yes, do it. Cook. Okay. I'll heat my list for you.
I'll make my list
all right,
for
yeah,
you. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Right. It says heat, didn't it? No.
I don't know.
Yeah. She's doing it again. It's my turn. All right. With that being said, we'll go to yours last. No, that's last. Misty Curtis says, also, you can give tips on cleaning after cooking in the truck. Water, excess hot water. Yeah, we're right. Again, like I said, I didn't like cooking in my truck. Made my clothes smell. Didn't like it. Get it. Just got to go potty. All right. And the best for last, tacos from Robert Pennington. With that being said, guys, we are done for the day. We will be back tomorrow morning. And tomorrow's show, we have another interview with an icon of the industry. Her name is Yo-Yo. If you guys haven't heard of her or know of her, head over to Trucking with Yo-Yo till the end. All right. It's a group here on Facebook, and it is an amazing group. And they have amazing content from drivers. It's a driver-driven group through and through.
Old school.
Thank you to Mike Gaffin for turning me on to that and helping me find Yo-Yo, and to her daughter carrying out her legacy, and to Yo-Yo herself for taking the time to speak to us and to join us tomorrow on the show. Remember, guys, you are the heartbeat of America. You should be treated that way. Always keep your sunny side up, rubber side down, and to make money in today's industry, what do you got to do, Sheila?
You got to keep your left door closed.
And buy a truck from Deb. Have a great day, everybody. Here's your feel-good pity of the day. God bless.
Guys. We'll see you tomorrow.